So you're at Tata Consultancy Services, and you've definitely heard about the Wings 1 program, right? It's one of those things super important for your career, but honestly, kind of confusing for a lot of people. Well, today we're going to cut right through all that noise. We're going to give you a straightforward, actionable game plan to absolutely nail it. Let's dive in. Yeah. For so many people, Wings 1 feels like this big mystery, this puzzle you have to solve. You know it's the ticket to getting that next promotion, but the how? Well, that's where things get tricky. It's pretty much the key to growing inside the company, and today we are handing you the map to unlock it. Okay, so what is it officially? Let's just break it down. The Elevate Wings 1 program, think of it as TCS's official fast track. It's their system for helping you grow your career faster, get those early promotions, and step into roles with a lot more responsibility. All right, here's our game plan for today. We'll start with that Wings 1 mystery, then cover why you should even bother with it. After that, I'll give you a simple 3-stage strategy. We'll zero in on that crucial final month of prep, and we'll wrap up with the right mindset for growth. So first things first, let's be real, you've got a ton on your plate already. So why on earth should you carve out time and energy for this? It's a totally fair question, and the answer really boils down to 4 huge motivators that can seriously change the game for your career.
So these are the big 4 reasons right here. We're talking monthly incentives. Who doesn't like that? Continuous learning to stay sharp, a clear shot at higher roles and more responsibility, and just your overall professional growth. Let's break each of these down real quick.
Okay, let's just get right to it. The first one is the most obvious, right? Money. When you clear Wings 1, you get direct monthly incentives. I mean, come on, that's a pretty powerful reason to roll up your sleeves and get this done. Now, this next one is actually my personal favorite, continuous learning. Look, in the world we live in, especially with AI changing things like every single day, if you're standing still, you're actually falling behind. What's great about Wings 1 is that it kind of forces you to keep learning, to stay in the game, and make sure your skills are sharp and, most importantly, relevant. Benefit number 3 is huge. A clear path to bigger roles. Think about it. In a massive company, it can be really hard to stand out and get noticed for a promotion. Wings 1 is like the official, company-approved express lane. If you succeed here, you're not just hoping for a promotion, you're on a recognized pathway to get it. And last but not least, we've got your all-around development. You know how it is. It's so easy to get stuck in your little bubble just doing your day-to-day project stuff. This program pushes you to look up and learn things outside your usual tasks. It helps you become a much more well-rounded professional, which is always a good thing. Okay, so we've covered the why. You get it. It's worth it. But now for the big question, the how. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They know why they should do it, but have no idea how to actually pass it. So let's fix that. I'm going to lay out a super simple 3-stage strategy for you. Here's the path to success. It's just 3 simple steps. Step 1, become eligible. Step 2, understand the assessments. And step 3, give the assessments. See? When you break it down like that, it's not so intimidating.
So stage 1, think of this as the gatekeeper. You can't even get to the starting line without this. It's simple, but you have to do it. Complete all the required learning modules. Once you've checked that box and registered, congratulations, you're officially in the game.
All right, on to stage 2, knowing your assessments. Once you're in, you've got 2 different challenges to face. First, there's the MCQ exam. That's all about your book smarts, your theory. But then you've got the hands-on exam, which is all about your practical skills. Can you actually do the stuff? And let me tell you, knowing how to handle both of these is the secret sauce.
Okay, listen up, because this next part is probably the most important thing we're going to talk about. We need to focus on your prep, but specifically that last month right before the exams. This 1-month window. This is where you win or lose. So why just 1 month? Why is it so crucial? Because you have to think of this assessment as a moving target. The company is always changing the patterns, the questions, the scenarios. They want to see that you have current skills, not that you just memorized answers from some document from last year. Trust me, relying on old stuff is a one-way ticket to failing. So here's the absolute key. You need to use the official resources that TCS gives you during this final month. Okay, so in your first 2 weeks, you're going to attend all the company webinars and guidance sessions. This is where you learn the current exam pattern. Then, week 3, whatever you do, do not miss the kickoffs. These are total game changers for the hands-on part. And finally, week 4, you complete the virtual trainings. That way you're not fumbling around with the platform on exam day. So let me boil this all down into a few pro tips for that final month. Number 1, Stick to the official company resources, seriously. Number 2, remember, TCS actually wants you to pass. They give you these tools for a reason. Talk to your training and development team, your TD. They're there to help. And number 3, I know it's tempting, but please avoid relying only on unofficial stuff you find online. It's just not worth the risk.
Okay, let's zoom out for our final point here. We've talked about strategy and prep, but let's look at the bigger picture. Because beyond the incentives, beyond the promotion, there's something much more lasting you get out of this whole thing. And here it is. The journey is the real prize, honestly. It's not just about passing a test. The process of studying, of preparing, of pushing yourself, that builds a foundation of knowledge and skills that you're going to use for the rest of your career. That's the real win.
And this really says it all, doesn't it? Your learning is something no one can take from you. Think about that. Your job title can change. That incentive money will get spent. But what you learn, that's yours forever. It's an asset, and no one can ever take it away.
So I want to leave you with this one final idea. Don't look at Wings 1 as just another hoop to jump through or a test you have to pass. See it for what it really is, a structured chance to invest in yourself. So the only question left is, are you ready to start that journey and invest in your own growth?